Yep. And we could see that probably at that point that's what needed to occur.
Absolutely.
Where do you stand since you broke things off?
We have not spoken at all. He called me every single day for the first 4 months. I changed my phone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Banana One. Just doing a quick live on Kenneth and Shorty situation. Listen, it's mad. Man, I'm telling you, it was crazy. Just to see the reunion again once more. I mean, to be honest, to hear Shorty say she had to take security out, I think we kind of saw that from last episode or last two episodes, that we knew that it wasn't going to be pretty, it wasn't going to be nice. And the way that obviously Kenneth was acting, I can understand why she needs to take out security. Kenneth's situation with Shorty is one that will escalate if nothing is done about it. And so, you know, for her to have to change her phone number and get security, you know, move to a place and he finds out, that is very dangerous on his behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are going down very deadly territory. And yeah, I mean, there was aspects of this which are abusive in the sense of the fact that, you know, if you keep calling someone, you keep coming after somebody. I get it. And do you know what it is? In the past, you know what it was? In the past, maybe you were, you know, it was cute. You keep coming after her, you know, you keep wanting her. It was cute at first, but then it gets to a point where your behavior within the relationship is also showing controlling aspects. That's completely different now. And so, like I said, the chicken wing and a drink that he was drinking, I said it was scary. I told you guys. I told you it was scary, you know, to see him with a chicken wing and a drink. Do you know what I mean? And the energy he's carrying is definitely one of obsession and one of, I said it earlier on in the season, when you worship someone, this is the crazy behavior that can come out of it. When you put someone on this pedestal and you start beginning to worship them, this is the type of behavior you're going to get out of them. It's obsessive. Okay, all right. I'm not saying that Shorty doesn't have her shortcomings. I'm not saying Shorty doesn't need to be held accountable for some of the things she did. What I'm saying is, you, sir, need to look after yourself first and foremost. You know, you keep calling. Now, again, you lose the privilege of being able to say, you know, like when you're young. And when you were young, you know, maybe you break up with your girlfriend or boyfriend, and you know what, you turn up at their house like unexpected, yeah, and like, baby, I want you again. It's cute when you're young. When you get older, I need you to stay in your house. Okay, all right. Especially if you showed signs of control within the relationship, like printing bank statements, sending bank statements to yourself, that kind of thing. When you've done that, that is the very difficult thing. That is a very dangerous thing, then. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like it, you share, you subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate you. And yes, listen, if you're a returnee, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals, baby. Listen, it's mad in the donye. Okay. Listen, I won't stay on here very long. I'll do a quick short live. I've got some lives to do today. I may have a special one as well for you guys as well, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. We'll confirm it as we go. But I mean, let's just keep it a buck, you know, let's keep it very real. The reunion was one of special intrigue. Let's just play this.
Number. I also blocked him on all social media. He still emails me to this day.
Saying what?
He's downstairs.
Girl, stop all that line right now.
Listen, let's keep it a buck. I know, you know what, like I said, when it first starts out, it might be cute to keep messaging. It might be cute at the beginning to keep on trying to get the person back. You know, we've all been in that space, that relationship where that can happen. All right. And I'm not going to deny that. What I am saying is, sir, what I am saying is, at this point, even when she said, obviously, and I believe her. If I believe that you emailed her, I believe that you said you were downstairs. I believe that. I definitely believe that. You know what I'm saying? As much as Shorty likes it, I think Shorty got some ways of dealing with certain situations and saying things in a bit more 2 on 10. To be an outright lie, I don't see her as that. And so, to be honest, the email being put there, my friends, the email being put there now is real. I think the email was. I think he did email her. I think he did say he was downstairs, and I think he thought she would wilt and melt and go back to Kenny. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like that. When you're saying shut the hell up, that's not real. I'm looking at you now. I'm looking at you now. I'm not looking at you because you telling me that it definitely was a lie. And I'm looking at that, bro. It doesn't sound like a lie. So now when you're defending it, saying it is a lie, I'm looking at you a bit strange. Because I don't think it was anything in that was a bit of a lie. Just saying.
You ain't nothing but a manipulating opportunist that take everything and try to just destroy it if it ain't fit to your liking.
At some point, when you guys first...
You know, listen, I think Kevin also, too, is a problem with his emotional regulation. I think poor emotional regulation has contributed towards the way he feels in this moment. Of course, he feels, disrespected, probably, feels that, she kind of cheated the process. He probably feels like, you know what, she robbed me of an opportunity to actually get down and, be able to work out this relationship. But the truth of the matter is, sir, relationship was done a long time ago. Now, she did bring on the show, and yes, she knew she was going to quit the show. And yes, she probably thought in the back of her mind, she probably thought a little bit, maybe we can work this out. Maybe we can work this out, work it out. But then when you got to the actual show, and we saw this, the part where you were even laying down, and your head was on her lap, I was like, that turned into a massive argument. I was like, sir, you do have a habit of blowing up. Okay. All right. And so I don't disbelieve again once more that you sent emails to her workplace. I don't disbelieve that, because obviously if you take someone's bank statement, I just need you to understand, when you take somebody's bank statements, best believe, I can't believe that you wouldn't do madness in tow. Because if you can literally do that, then you know what I mean? That's what my brain is also thinking. Like, if you have a history of getting together, breaking up, getting together, breaking up together, I can understand why this might be, and I can also understand that in his mind, he might be thinking, okay, it's part of the process of us getting back together again, right? Because it is kind of scary. I mean, like I said, but this is so juvenile. This is when we were kids. Like, this is literally some of those kid situations, you know what I'm saying, where it's so evident that we're in a different space. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like when we're 18, 17, 16, this is the kind of stuff that you were doing then. You know what I mean? This is the kind of stuff that where you're blocked on everything and then you send an email. And then, like I said, it wouldn't necessarily be as much of a problem. The problem is he's actually very dangerous in a relationship. So it's not like you're breaking up and making up. Break up to simply make up. We supply it. The laws of love. Oh my God! So let me be serious. But no. If it wasn't just the if it was just a situation where you guys were breaking up, making up, I think we'd all be like, well, he's a little bit doing too much. But we've all seen it happen, right? Both parties can contribute towards that madness. But it's just it was just the fact that you had some dangerous moments within a relationship. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's why I'm looking at that. I'm going, now it's no longer innocent when you say I'm turning up at your doorstep, especially the doorstep that you're talking about was a brand new home. Brand new home. And you found it and went to a new place. Come on. That's what we're talking about. Okay, we've all had our crazy moments. I remember when I was 18, I remember I broke up with my girlfriend. I called her 34 times, okay? I turned up at the crib. I said, listen, I need to talk to you. I need you outside. We've all been there in the madness. But I was 18 then. When I became after that relationship, I never did that thing again. Why am I fighting? You know what I mean? I'm no longer a kid. I'm a grown-ass man. If you tell me you don't want it, I'm going to message you maybe 1 or 2 times. After that, I'm going to leave it alone. Right? So for me, I'm saying, like, it's very juvenile to continue to think in that vein and fashion. You have to grow up. You know what I mean? You have to grow up. Yes, Drew said, obviously, she admitted that later, admitted that it was actual bank information as she applied. He had pics of the front and back of it. Yeah, exactly. And, So it's even that much further along. He could end up doing something with that, spending money, sending money to himself. I'm sure. Like, you just you're going into a very dangerous territory. That's what I'm saying. You're very dangerous.
Started this process, you walked in hand, smiling, the both of you. There seemed like there was true love there, and if at the very least, not love, respect. How did we get to this point?
Because she be lying.
Now, he's saying obviously we got to this point because she be lying, tells me he's lacking of ability to be able to take accountability. I'm not saying that, you know what, you might not be wrong about some of the things that Shorty do, but what I need you to do is also take accountability for how you played a role in this. This is what Dr. Nicole was trying to get at you with. There are things within the spec of the situation that you know you've contributed towards the dynamic that you have right now. If you cannot see that you've contributed towards the dynamic, then you're a problem. If you cannot see how you've contributed, then you're a problem. Because you've done some things, right? You say that she be lying. That's why we're here where we are now. Sir, you were kicking off the other day. You were saying that, you know, when she kicked you out, you were looking to leave. But I'll be back. I'll be back. You were screaming. Do you know what I mean? So I need you to see smell it and deal with the Kenko coffee. I need you to understand when you're looking at the situation, what do you see? Right? When you look at the situation, what do you see? You see both parties doing something that has contributed towards the downfall of it. And if you can't see that, sir, then I have to look at you again in a different light. In a different light.
When I watch all this playback on TV, she come at me like I'm a bum, like I don't do nothing, like I'm not a provider. Like when I met Shorty 3 years ago, she's working at a little small radio station in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
So I think, and again, I will probably do this maybe a little bit later on tomorrow, reviewing the actual interview with Shorty and Crystal as well, because I think the part that didn't make sense for me in the interview, and maybe I will try to go, if we get a chance to interview Shorty, is go deeper. Why the frick were we inviting him into the crib so soon? Why did we invite him to the house so soon? What were you hoping to achieve is my question and my goal here. What were you hoping to achieve? What were you hoping was going to happen? Moving him in to your crib when you have not seen every angle of his face. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm now looking at it going, okay, I hear what you're saying, but why? What made Shorty make that decision in the first place? So yes, of course, you can blame Shorty and say that she's the problem, but you have to look at yourself. That's number one culprit. Look at yourself.
Making $25,000 a year, riding in a little busted up ass tick. She begged of me to move to Columbus and be with her and go 50-50. I want a man, I want a partner. She had a bag of frozen frostbite leg quarters in the freezer.
Well, now this is the other part as well. This is another part as well. He's talking about, obviously, he said she was begging for him to come in and move in. I don't know how true this is, but, you know, again, if we got an opportunity, we'll ask her, you know, because, again, it's such a difficult situation, but because it's got to be he said, she said. But what was the reason for actually, again, bringing him to the crib? Like, was there a little bit more 2 on 10 than actually what we're hearing? You know, because on the interview, she said, obviously, look, he was moving to the same, he was already moving to the city. That's completely different. He was already moving to the city. So already thinking about moving to the city. So then obviously she offered her a home. But I'm like, I don't know. But I understand it's feasible. But I'm like, again, but didn't it pop into your mind that I don't really know this guy very well? Why invite him to your crib? Especially when we now know as well, inviting people to your crib is very difficult to get them out of the house. You know? So I think that's what part I wanted to find out a little bit more on. You know, especially, but with Kenneth, yeah, it's a bit mad.
That was it. That was
When
it.
you moved in my house.
When I moved, yes, when you asked me to move into your house from New Orleans, Louisiana, where I was living, and I was willing to make that sacrifice, and I uprooted my life because I was just so.
Now, Yo, hey Monique, you're wild for that, bruv. You're wild for that. Um, you're wild for that still. He misrepresented his income as you thought she was going to use him. Ended up being the other way around. You're wild for that. Yeah, I mean, and then that's my thing. I'm thinking there's something else. Yes, lovely Shay. I'm thinking there's something else in the works, well, right? Because 25K where you're living at the moment, hey, have a second income. It could be absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm looking at it again like, yo, you might not admit it, but you had an alternative, which is financially, this really was going to benefit you. I think she actually said that. Sorry, I think she said on an interview. Financially, it was going to benefit you having him there. You know what I mean? So in all in all, it's like we're playing games. Yeah, we're playing games. Still true to the fact that obviously with Kenneth, let's say she invited you over. Yeah. Let's say she invited you over. Let's say she wanted you to come and stay over, whatever. She wanted you to pay rent or whatever. That still doesn't excuse your actual behavior. Doesn't excuse all the madness that you did in between that time. If you were still moving mad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's got nothing to do with the 50-50. You were still moving mad. You were still doing what you were doing. You were still out here being treating this woman with not the love and respect that's needed. I'm not saying it wasn't that way around too, but you already know I came out Shorty a lot during the course of the season. So yeah.
Weak to you, and I was drawn to you, and I was so attracted that I lost myself in the process. But baby, you ain't not that. America know you ain't that. But hell,
Kenneth, you are coming.
See, Kenneth be out here and he'd be doing the most after, because then he'd be like, you know, and then America knows you're not good out here. And that's the part where you look at it and you go, bro, like, come on. You were literally just praising, you were just loving this woman. And suddenly now, you know what I mean? Like you want to attack her? What you talking about, baby? I'm like, bro, like, come on. You know? I'm like, bro, come on, like, yo, like, you were just a minute ago like wanting to feel her. Now all of a sudden you're saying, "Come on, baby." I'm like, fam, listen, you're trashing her now, but you were just liking her a minute ago. You've been messaging her, emailing her. Sir, come on, don't do that. Don't be trying to trash when you really are trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. Let's not do that. Do you know what I'm saying? You know. Let's see. Someone said, I think she wanted someone to help, but I don't think she was broke. He also did not uphold his end of the bargain. He's toxic, jealous of her success, and sweating like a guilty person. He's a fraud. Okay, cool. I hear what you're saying. She did a lot to hold her composure. She's been as straight and stiff as possible. She's doing her best not to feed into a wave of judgment against in exchange for her safety. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I think, again, and the security thing obviously is saddening to hear that she had to, you know, organize security because she felt safe around him. And I think that's the best thing to do. I think that was the most sensiblest thing to do, because the way he's been behaving, even me, I'm concerned. Even where I was concerned by the way he's moving. I said, all right, it's not righteous the way you're moving, sir. You know what I mean?
Very angry. Are you okay?
I'm very okay. I'm like free right now. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. I ain't upset. When I tell you, like, I'm speaking with passion, I just want the truth, because I wrote down facts.
I hear you, and we're gonna.
My guy actually went to write down stuff. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I believe there is some. I believe that Shorty was not innocent in this particular situation at all. I believe she's not innocent at all. Definitely not innocent. But I also have to be very much aware that, you know, bro, again, once more, you've got a whole bunch of a list, but when you're being asked to show us your plan, you blew up. When you're being asked, show me a future plan, you blew up. Yet you have a whole list designated today, handwritten to come and fire her on the live stage. That tells me that you're pressed. You are feeling some type of way about her. Come on, cuz, it's okay. It's okay to say that. We understand. But my good guy, you were out here pressed. Amy said, Shorty was lonely and Kenneth made her feel good for that moment. She should have been discerning, but let her emotions not really look at him. That's very true. I definitely hear that. Someone said, Coach, will you interview him? If he wants to be interviewed, of course. I don't turn down an interview. You know what I mean? I've on my own page, I've messaged him saying, here's my email. I've messaged him saying, come on my platform. I've told him when he's commented on my videos, I've told him, you know what I'm saying? So it's up to him whether he emails me or not, because he has my email, he has my Insta, he knows what it is. If you'll come and interview, we'll do it. If not, well, there we go. Say nada. Say nada. Da 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 da. But yeah, let's put back on the video and then continue.
Get to it. So Kenneth, I'm gonna come back to you in a minute, okay? So Shorty,
Yes.
what happened?
I want to be clear that at no time during the season did I ever say that Kenneth was not employed.
You're right, Shorty. You didn't say anything to that sort, definitely, but you made allusions to it, right? You made allusions to it. So let's be honest. You made allusions about the situation that he isn't well versed financially, that he's a brooksy, a dusty. You've made inferments to it. You haven't said it actually is, but you've been inferring to it. You know what I mean? So, sis, I just need you to take accountability for that just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you were inferring during the course of the show. You did. Right, just the same way you said about out of my league, you are inferring something. It doesn't mean you have to be literally saying it. You are inferring, and that's also a very powerful tool to kind of subtly, throw a jab at someone. I'm going to infer something to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone said he's still pressed and obsessed with Shorty. Have you seen his YouTube? I don't get his YouTube. I don't know why he's posting stuff on his YouTube, because if you're not together and you haven't been together for the last few months, why do you keep posting stuff on YouTube? Why are you still posting videos on the YouTube? What are you trying to do? If the girl's no longer with you, why are you still trying to post up on YouTube? Why do you have videos on your YouTube of you and this girl? That is stalkerish obsessionist. It's a problem. It's a problem.
That Kenneth was a bum, that he didn't work, or that he was broke.
I'm gonna pause you there.
Okay.
Because sometimes we can say things without saying them. Because definitely watching, I got the feel.
Yo, Kenneth was sweating bucket loads. My guy grabbed a tissue. I said, it's hot in here. I'm not gonna take off all my clothes. I am getting too hot. But in all reality, with that situation, what she did, I love the fact that the host held her accountable, and said, no, babe, don't try to skip and skirt. You definitely said something. All right. You definitely were saying something. Definitely you're definitely inferring. So come on, sis. Let's not pretend you were inferring. And that's okay. But just own it. Own it. Someone said lies make you sweat.
Of him digging in my records, my finances.
The time we saw on camera, you addressed it. It was a shocker. Was that the first time that happened?
No, he's actually tried to steal like $2,500.
Hey! He's stealing $2,500. Yeah. Kenneth, what are you doing? Trying to steal $2,500 from your babe? Have you no shame? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. That's crazy if you're doing that, man. But again, I can see it happening because, again, once more, episode 2 was vibrant. Episode 2 showed us you taking her phone, confiscating it, and then at the same time sending her details to your phone. Are you all right? Are you all right?
From me.
She know good and damn well I wasn't taking nothing from her. That's just a lie just to make the story bigger for her.
But you stayed together.
Okay, I'm so glad that you said that, Egypt. I'm so.
It's mad, right? It's right. Right? If we get to the point where you have to send yourself, you're trying to send money to another account, your account, whoever's account. That's mad. I'm so sorry. That's mad. That's mad. I mean, if you're trying to use her phone to send money to yourself or send to somebody else, 2,500, as if she wouldn't miss 2,500. It's a bit tight. But listen, I don't want to talk too much because, like I said, I want to save that for when I actually break down Crystal XO's actual interview. And I want to break down the reunion in full detail. When we do, it'll probably be tomorrow. I'll drop her live on Monday concerning Put a Ring on It. We'll break it all the way down. But just wanted to talk about this real quick, give you guys a bit of time to address it. Because do you know what? It's a madness on the streets right now. Madness. Yeah, I know. Kelly said, listen. She kept on calling for the peen. That's what I want to ask. So I'm going to ask Shorty. Shorty, did you, let's be honest, let's be real. Were you going back because of D? Is that what was making you go back? Because what was causing you to go back? Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's something else that was happening, right? Something else happening. But I'll tap into the interview once more of Crystal XO and then give it a little breakdown for you guys as well. But listen, I'm just doing a quick one. I want to just tap in. I didn't even want to go too deep with analysis. I just wanted to have a quick conversation. Chai. Hey, Hybo. Someone said, you think she's going to be accountable? Let's ask the right questions and see if she'll be accountable. You know what I mean? Let's ask questions and see if she'll be accountable. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm off. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for the notifications of the uploads. Today, we're with Milan at 8:30 p.m. I might have a special interview just before then. We'll confirm and let you know as well. Appreciate you guys.
Level black, you know what